Good afternoon, everybody. It's NCP. Sorry if the wind is messing this video up. This is the area I've been working on the past few days. Let me get over here. This is what I'm going to do for the garden area, or one of the gardens. I've been consulting people about septic. Make sure my septic tank, the old one, doesn't come out here, and it doesn't. So I didn't want to plan over that. I mean, you can. There's certain things you can and can't do, like, don't do root vegetables right over it and all kinds of stuff. But, or not septic, the drain, this leach field for the septic, which is now up front of the house. This one's been back here, has been decommissioned for 7 years. So this whole area, though, I had to stop there yesterday because I found a bird's nest and make sure it's abandoned before I tear it down. But this whole area was about, come here, dog. Was about like this, all grown out. So I'm gonna cut it back. I don't know, maybe to that tree there. Okay, come here, get out of the way. Come on, puppy. So I'll cut it back not that far and put the garden in. I'm gonna put in some nut trees there, and maybe some citrus or fruit. I'd see what grows in the zone for what it can do. I talked to my neighbor, who's actually, this one side has a neighbor over here. I asked him if it was okay. And I said, I don't want to cause you any grief. Maybe the guy has a nut allergy, and I'm not going to grow nuts right next to his house. I'm not going to do that. But, I'm trying to make things very peaceful with my neighbors, and they're really, really good people next to me. Really good. He's a science teacher and a landscaper on the side, so he's like giving me all kinds of advice. He's like, oh, this is really good over here, and you've been doing so good. He goes, I'll come over and help you pull these stumps out. I said, well, I appreciate that, but, it's not necessarily. I said I didn't want to, I didn't come over here to put you to work, but I'll pull these out. I'm going to go get a winch from Harbor Freight, my favorite place, one of the cheap ones, and then tie it to the tree over there. Or maybe I'll pull my truck up here, I don't know, either way, and tear it all out. But he says that these roots are not very deep on these things, especially the ones back there, the brush. But like the tree, I might have a problem over there. But I dug all these out, and boy, it like to killed me. There's these vines up in these things that are all over. I can show you over here, and they're really strong. And I mean, they're really in there. I've cut a lot of these out here, but they get up in there. I don't know what it is. Might be that west tree. I don't know up front, but like I said, it's really strong. But I'm gonna take back all this from nature. I'm finding all kinds of things. Like there's big things of marble back there. I don't know why, but I'm gonna get to it. I'm going slow because there's snakes, and I'm trying to make a snake unfriendly habitat. This is like a clothesline here, but there's only one piece, so I don't know. I'm sure there's another piece in there that I just haven't found yet. Like I said, it goes back. Like I said, I got a couple acres here, but most of it's down that way. But like I said, this is very thick right here. It's all like this thick. So that's what I've been doing, putting in the garden. And like I said, I made sure the neighbor doesn't have any grief from it. And the neighbor was ecstatic because he said that before I was going to move in, he's going to get a goat over here. And I said, you can still do that to cut it back. But I guess it causes a lot of problems. Some really invasive vines going over and attacking his fig trees. And I said, I'll take care of this. But it's just real good people. But that's what I'm doing right now. I'm hoping to have this cleared out Friday. At least back to that tree right there, all the way across. At least there. And this, maybe flattened, I don't know. But, well, from this tree to that tree back there and then to the fence is what I'd like to have cleared out by tomorrow. But I don't know if I'm going to make it. But next week, I'm hoping it's done then for sure. That's what's going on right now. We're going to plant a prepper park garden, for food production. And this stuff has been there for so long, it's pretty much turned into mulch already. So there's nothing I really need to do to this soil. I am going to run down the county extension and drop off a soil sample to find out what it is. What the properties of it are. Now I'll do a simple test. Don't lay down there. Don't lay down there, Zoe. I'll do a simple test on how to tell if the soil's acid or base. I'll do that video tomorrow. It's kind of late today, but I'll get that one out tomorrow about how to test your soil for acidity. But for nutrition and stuff, I'll have to ask them. But we're zone 7A here, so I'll have to see what I can grow. But this land is, it's fertile, and it's good land. So we're going to begin the prepper garden. Now there is going to be the big one over there on the other side over there, the hidden garden. But that'll be a lot of ornamental stuff. And I thought against it a little bit because I can't really see over there. I have to set up cameras and stuff, and there's a lot of wildlife over there. I know there's deer and foxes. I've seen the trails and their tracks. They're using my trails I made because they're, nature's lazy. So that's the update for today. We're gonna get this done and knock it out. I need to mow first today because this yard just looks terrible. I went like a week and a half working on the other truck. I started working on it and getting it actually doing it. I have such an aversion to doing it. But that's all knocked out now as far as I know. Just needs an oil change. And I don't know, I gotta flush the fluid, I guess. I put water in there just to get it running the first time. And then I'll put fluid in today because I wanted to see if it was leaking. I wasn't gonna put in expensive antifreeze and, at least contaminate my land. I didn't want to do that. So take that down and drop it off at the pet store. Jeepers. Drop it off at the auto store. Come here, dog. You're distracting me. But this is it. It's a prepper garden. What do you guys recommend?